Right now you're taking a look at the 24-hour temperature change. This time yesterday we were anywhere between 10 and 15 degrees below where we were yesterday. So basically we've cooled down, right? And so how long is this cool down going to stick around? Well, not too long, because you just saw just a second ago that a warm up is on tap for your weekend. But then once again, we're going to see another temperature map like this stepping in the door on Monday and Tuesday of next week. It's going to take some storms to get there. We'll brush up on that week up forecast here in just a second. But for now, I mean, yeah, outstanding feeling stepping out the door this morning to something a little bit more normal this time of year. And this afternoon has been no different, with temperatures just nice and more comfortable. We're still not as comfortable as what we're forecasting for early next week. It's at least going to feel a lot better. So let's walk you through your headlines. This weekend we're going to be warming up, and we've got a good amount of dry weather as well. So between now and Sunday, you've got plenty of opportunity to take care of the lawns and gardens. And if you want to do so with the cooler temperatures, do it today or tomorrow, because then by Friday and Saturday we see highs nearing the upper 80s, lower 90s once again. Sunday brings stormy relief. So what I mean by that is a cold front. Yes, another one. We had one yesterday, and we're going to see another one. So you think this feels comfortable. We're going to feel more like fall stepping out the door, especially in the mornings for Monday, Tuesday, and through much of next week's forecast as well. But right now, just a little gloomy outside. We have those post-frontal clouds, and 77 degrees feels closer to 79. It's not exactly 100% comfortable outside. It's still quite humid with 74% humidity. So a northerly wind is helping, and it's certainly not the first alert weather day heat that we've had over the last couple of days, but it is still noticeably more humid. And once again, those temperatures, now that they've been knocked down anywhere from about 10 to 15 degrees, of course, we don't notice the humidity as much, but other temperatures across the board, we still got the low 70s out in Batesville. Do anything to be in Batesville right now. Someone should quote me on that. Anyways, it's still the 80s and close to 80 degrees in some spots like Owenton, parts of Claremont County out in Batavia, even eastern Hamilton and Cincinnati for 77 degrees, 78 in West Union as well. Other areas across the tri-state are seeing temperatures in the low 70s as well. So Covington's actually at 73, and we got Falmouth at 72. Lots of clouds everywhere across the tri-state. We are under this blanket of post-frontal clouds, and so it's very characteristic to see this setup after we get such a strong storm system moving through, big changes with that cold front. And so what's happening here is the cooler, the drier air is flooding back into the area, but it's also at the same time forcing and pushing a lot of that moisture up into the upper levels of the atmosphere, which is cooler, and so it condenses as clouds. We see this every time with post-frontal. I'm going to take your attention out now to my namesake, Hurricane Erin, which is actually over 500 miles, not only in length but width, which is, to put in perspective, well over 2 times the size of Ohio, which is kind of nuts to think about. But thankfully, no direct impacts from Hurricane Erin, just, of course, you've got the high rip current risk for those in North Carolina and the Carolinas in general, and then also a beach erosion risk with high surf. So what that means is big waves are going to be crashing up. At home now, not too bad at all. Low 80s this afternoon is what we're forecasting, and just a little bit of that humidity, but at the same time, it really won't be too noticeable. Get outside, enjoy it, because we are cranking the heat back up by this weekend, which also brings in our next best chance for some showers, which is going to be on Sunday. And look at that, it's still not a slam dunk, which is good news for your weekend plans, but also we're at least getting enough rain to say and see the effects of that cold front. So your weekend forecast, you got a hot, dry day in Saturday, sun and clouds, 87, feels closer to the low 90s. Sunday, spotty storms, especially once we get into the afternoon with highs in the low 80s. Nothing strong or severe expected with this, but of course with it being summertime, just want to stay weather aware with any storms, because you got downpours, you also have the lightning risk as well. Things that you're going to notice stepping out the door today: while it is cloudy, it is cooler, It's also a bit breezy behind that front as well. So these are northwesterly winds. So they're coming off of the Great Lakes, coming from the north. It'll be a nice breeze. It won't be pumping in warmth and humidity, at least for now. You'll see here in your dew point trend, the muggy meter, we were very humid for several days. We felt it every single day this weekend and well into this work week as well. And then now we've seen it dip just a little bit. So it's just been a little dip in the humidity. But once we get through Sunday showers and storms, that cold front, it's going to pull on in even cooler and drier air. Look at the drop in the muggy meter here. We go from muggy, humid, which is very seasonable, and then we go right back to the dry conditions. So it's going to be very comfortable, and we're not going to have to worry about things such as fog. We're not going to have to worry about too much cloud cover even, especially once we get well into this dry stretch too. I do want to give you an idea of what the rain chances look like, which today there's about a 30% chance of a light shower, no big impacts. Certainly no big impacts to your evening commute, quite like yesterday's evening commute. I drove in it and I was like, oh my goodness, this is a lot. But nevertheless, not seeing that for tonight. We'll see things quiet down overnight, just some clouds. And then your Thursday is really that day in which it's from beginning to end, we are seeing that northerly wind and we're feeling the cooler conditions that come with it. Also the drier conditions too, so you'll notice we have, especially the later we get into your Thursday, more and more sunshine. Eventually clear skies will take over and lead us into Friday, which is looking mostly sunny, maybe a little bit of clouds as well, but as soon as we start talking about comfortable sunshine, of course, Mother Nature is sweeping the rug right from underneath of us and pumping in the southerly winds, which will give us the upper 80s by as soon as Saturday, which is what you're looking at here. And yes, some showers and storms are going to be possible on Sunday. This model's not doing a very good job of picking up on it until the afternoon and evening, but you see that green there? It's really not too impressive. And of course, it's subject to change. So don't cancel your plans quite yet. We'll let you know if anything changes for the rainier, the drier as well. We'll be watching pretty closely. But regardless, that cold front's going to be passing on through whether it rains or not, and you'll be waking up to temperatures like this. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, even well into the work week, we're going to be forecasting lows in the upper 50s, the low 60s. We haven't felt chill like this since June. I know it's kind of not been a long time. It's relatively short time since we've seen the 50s, but nevertheless, coming off of such a stretch of hot weather, this is certainly a welcome sight for most of us. Something that's going to be kind of steering the weather pattern, and it's because it's such a big system, is Hurricane Erin. So to give you an idea of what she looks like right now, which is a Category 2 hurricane, it is expected to strengthen once again. So it was able to strengthen rapidly, rapid intensification, we talked about it last week, into a Category 5 from a Category 1 within about a 24-hour period. And then it kind of went through that eyewall replacement process. It weakened to a Category 3, and then it weakened again into a Category 1. But you'll see here, it's forecast within the day, within the next 8 hours, to strengthen once again into a major hurricane as it gets really close to the coast of North Carolina and much of the eastern Atlantic coast as well. So while there's no direct impact here, obviously not here, but also for the eastern United States, it's definitely stirring up a lot of headlines that direction for high surf, beach erosion, and a rip current risk, which I believe in Wrightsville, North Carolina, within a 24-hour period, they had over 50 rescues because of the rip current risk. And I bring this up again because what we're going to notice heading into next week, I mean, you see here the timing. I'll full screen it for you guys, but you can't see it here. But this is Friday. This is its forecast position on Friday. And then here's its forecast position on Sunday. And the reason I bring that up is because the remnant low of Hurricane Erin is still going to be controlling the weather pattern well far away from us, but it's going to be pulling in a northerly wind here, because the way that a low pressure system works is that winds are counterclockwise. So you see this all the way over here to Ohio, we will get a northerly wind well into next week as well. So Hurricane Erin, or the remnants of Hurricane Erin, will have an impact here. In fact, it'll just elongate that period of cooler, drier conditions. So it's not just a brief relief from the heat, but it's a, what's a good word for it? Because it's not like a long stretch of weather, but it's a good amount. It's enough to say that it happened. You'll see it here in your first alert extended forecast. I mean, we warm up before the cool down. Keep that in mind. I don't want to get what things feel like right now are not what they're going to feel like this weekend. It's going to be hot once again on Saturday with sun and clouds, upper 80s, and then we see storms rolling through on Sunday. And then look at Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, not too bad at all. We're going to be seeing those temperatures dropping in the morning to the 50s. I mean, into next week. Look at those highs. 70s on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Low 80s Thursday, Friday. But there's not any gradual increase in these temperatures. Again, Hurricane Erin has a lot to do with that, and a building high pressure system west of it as well. So we're going to see several days of those cooler mornings, more comfortable afternoons, and while it's cooler air, it's drier too. We're going to be entering into a pretty dry stretch of weather, which I know that a lot of people, especially this time of year, concerning last year, are worried about drought conditions. And considering, I mean, we got a good rain last night. We're not really seeing significant rain, though, on Wednesday or on Sunday, which are our two best opportunities. So I would not be surprised if we were to see drought conditions worsen. Right now, we don't really have any here in the tri-state, but of course, with no good rain in sight, 10 days, things will worsen before they improve. See if any questions. Tina's asking me about a motorcycle accident. I do not know anything about it. Tina, you can go ahead and give our newsroom a call. Thanks for tuning in. Garnett, looking forward to a few cool days. Me too, absolutely. Thanks for tuning in. Darla's tuning in. Hi, Erin. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. Do you think we'll see any rain or storms from Hurricane Erin? I don't think we will, because what we're going to notice, I mean, she's going to be going away from us. While she's turning north, she's going to be going east, out back towards the Atlantic. And at the same time that she's being steered east, high pressure is being steered just west of us. So not only is she being going away from us, she's being pushed away from us. And same thing with the rain chances that come with it. Okay, not seeing any other questions in our comments. It's 12:13, so I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here. Thanks so much for tuning in this afternoon, guys. I really do appreciate it, and we'll go ahead and see you tomorrow. 12:13 rather is the time right now, but thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of your Wednesday.